All right, Buffalo, what's going on? And welcome back to another episode of your Buffalo Sabres Cup for Jack 5-year mini franchise mode. We are here and we are red hot 4-0 to start off year number 2, but we got some controversy in the comments. I wouldn't say controversy, just having a nice little conversation, but some people are disagreeing with the Sam Reinhart trade, so let's talk about that. Sam Reinhart, okay, so Sammy boy. I didn't realize he was such a fan favorite in Buffalo. Now, I love Sam Reinhart, I think he's awesome, but there was some comments, and it's regarding this man, the $9 million man. There was a few comments, and when I say a few, a lot, and I'm just going to summarize them in one comment instead of highlighting them all, but this guy says, just a thought, you could have traded Jeff Skinner and then re-signed Sam Reinhart. Sad to see Sam go. Sad face. Well, I'm sorry, but let me talk about that. So, Sam Reinhart wanted 6 years at just over $9 million. Now, we're already paying Jeff Skinner a lot. I didn't want to trade Skinner because he put up very similar numbers to Sam Reinhart. I think Reinhart had 77 points last year, and Jeff Skinner had 72. Plus, he's got 4 points in 4 games, so here we are. But they had very comparable numbers. Sam Reinhart was originally a center, and we aren't going to play him down the middle, obviously, with Eichel and Casey Middlestat. And with the emergence of Victor Olofsson, he had 84 points last year? 83. Damn, I was so close. He had 83 points, so I couldn't give him first-line minutes. So I wanted to give Sam Reinhart a place where he was going to succeed. I mean, we brought in a guy like Dominik Kubalik to fill the void of that second liner, and obviously we brought up Casey Middlestat. Now, I know there's a lot of people who just say, well, you could have just played him on the second-line wing, but I want to give him the best chance to succeed. I like playing players in their natural position. I'm not a big fan of moving it around, playing a center on the wing, a wing on the center. I would assume he's getting first line minutes, and he is, obviously. And did he get the full 6 years? He did. 6 years at $9.2 million. So Jeff Skinner has 6 years left at $9 million. So we'd be paying a little bit more to keep Sam Reinhart for the exact same amount of time. Yeah, he's a few years younger, this and that, but I'm here to win a Stanley Cup, okay? I'm here to win. I want to win a cup, and unfortunately, I just didn't see it happening with Sam Reinhart. He wanted too much money. He put up very comparable numbers to what Jeff Skinner is going to put up. Skinner's going to score more goals, and I couldn't give Sam Reinhart the first line minutes, so I'm glad he's killing it in Ottawa. That's my take on the trade. I'm glad he's doing well in Ottawa. Actually, since we're on the topic of Ottawa, let's continue. Let's continue this. So we have another thing to talk about here. Got a couple comments. Now, this isn't me just focusing on the negative comments. I see all the positive ones. You know, for every 50 positive comments, there's one that's not negative, but just kind of questioning what we're doing, and that's totally cool. I love that. I love the assistant GMs. But Travis, he says, why would they trade the 6th overall pick for Sam Reinhart? And I get you. It's a lot. It's a lot, trust me. But he had a ton of trade value, and this happens in the NHL quite often. I'd like to bring up the Erik Brannstrom trade. Erik Brannstrom kind of slipped in the draft, I thought, at 15th overall, and they traded him for Mark Stone, or I guess Vegas traded him to Ottawa in exchange for Mark Stone. Sam Reinhart's younger, has more potential than Mark Stone. I mean, Mark Stone's the best right winger in the game right now, but Brannstrom didn't even play a game for Vegas, so I mean, I get it, it's a big trade, it's a controversial one, but it does happen, i.e. Erik Brannstrom. But I really like the makeup of our team. I think we look really good on paper, and we're starting off the year 4-0. And there's one more comment here from 12 Lego 2. He says, try to trade for player types to get a +5 on your first line. Now, if this was a 25-year franchise mode, I would think, hell yeah, that's what we have to do, +5s everywhere, and maybe I'm going about it the wrong way, but I have never really been good at that, to be honest with you. You know, I get the odd +3, and that's good enough for me, but I never really understood it. So I don't understand why this line isn't a +3 or a +5. Victor Olofsson is a sniper, we got a playmaker, and another sniper. So does this have to be a power forward or a two-way forward, like Tage Thompson, okay? That gives it only a +1, and he's a power forward. It shows he fits best on the 4th line, so I guess that's not a great example. But you see what I'm saying? Like, what if we put Dylan Cozens? Dylan Cozens is well suited for the first line, so if I chuck him up there, it does give it a +3. Okay. We got some controversy now. We got some controversy. Oh boy, I can see the comments now. Play Dylan Cousins on the first line. Play him on the first line. Play him. You have to. But where do we put Olofsson? Where do we put Hall? Where do we put Skinner? If I bring Cousins up to the second line, it still doesn't give it a +3. It gives it a +1. So I've never really mastered how it all works, and it all has to do with your head coach. Luckily for us, we have a god tier coach. Our defense is looking great, but I know I would love to get some +5s. Trust me. I would love for Eichel to play like a 97 overall. Trust me. I don't want to blow up the team just to get +5s because I like the makeup of our team. I want to win a cup with some guys who have been here. We're here to win a cup, not to get +5s. But maybe +5s are a way to get to the Stanley Cup. But anyways, here we go. Let's start off a simulation. Enough talking. We got our first game here against Buffalo. Like I said, we're red hot. We are 4-0. I like Dylan Cousins to score his first goal. He hasn't got one yet. I'd love to do it against Connor McDavid. We got Saturday Night Hockey, Jack Eichel versus Connor McDavid. I would love to face the Oilers in the Stanley Cup final. Whoever gets their cup first, Jack or Connor. Let's go. Period number 1 against the Oilers, and we're down by 2. Kyle Turris on the power play with Darnell Nurse. 16-2 are the shots. Boys, wake up. Oh my God. Period number 2. Okay, we put some more shots on net, and Dylan Cousins, there you go. He scores his first career National Hockey League goal. It's a power play goal. You love to see it. Ask and you shall receive. But then Oscar Klefbom comes in and scores from before the red line, shorthanded. Oh my God, Elvis, you're going to be on the highlight reel forever. It's more of a low light for you. Oh man, that is not good. That's going to be on the misplays for the next 10 years. Alex Chason makes it 4-1. Our hot start looks like it's going to be over unless we can do something crazy here in 7 minutes, get 3 quick goals. I don't think it's going to happen, but Dylan Cousins got his first. That's what I wanted, and that was a rough one. We let a goal in from before our own red line. That's a yikes. That is a yikes. So we're going to go all the way up to the 26th against the Ottawa Senators. Obviously, the return of Sam Reinhart. Big 6-2 win there against Mark Stone and the Vegas Golden Knights. And then a 7-3 win. There you go, up against Tampa. Okay, we didn't get blown out 3-2. And then a 5-1 win. We are just shitting on teams left and right. Now, usually in my franchise modes, I like to keep track of a certain player rivalry or maybe something along those lines. And with this, I want to do Ottawa and Buffalo. Since we didn't get a big piece back, we can't compare Reinhart versus X. You know, say we got Bobby Ryan back or something. We wouldn't be able to compare the stats. So I'm just going to see, we're just going to go straight up wins. Ottawa versus Buffalo. Now, I'm going to talk to the stat guy, the guy who puts together the awesome spreadsheet. First link in the description. Here's just a quick little overview. You can see everyone we've ever traded for. You can see literally everything. All the draft picks, where we finished. Shout out to Trevor, but I'm going to get him to add Reinhart versus Buffalo. So let's go. The Reinhart jerseys are out in full force. He was a fan favorite. We know this. We know, but we're going for a cup, and he wasn't in our plan, especially at over $9 million. But I hope he does well in Ottawa. Let's go. Period number 1. Please don't score 1 million goals on me. And Jeff Skinner. There you go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Putting salt in the wound to all the comments saying, oh, you should have traded Skinner. Boom, big goal, scores on the first shot of the game. Period number 1. And it's 4-1. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Skinner, Hall, Eichel, and Brandon Pierlini. Drake Batherson scores. We did start our backup UPL. There you go. Eichel, Hall, Skinner. The big boys are out. Nice to see Brandon Pierlini on the score sheet as well. Period number 2. Can we keep it going? 6-1. Dominic Kubalik and Devon Tays. There you go. All right, Sam Reinhart. Where are you, buddy? Where are you? There you go. Ryan Pulock again. 7-1. A big power play goal. I'm sorry, Ottawa. I'm sorry about this. Yep, I'm happy with my decision. Sam Reinhart, no, there he is. Now he's making me look stupid. There's the xTech jinx. All right, 1 for Sam Reinhart. I don't know how we're going to score this. I don't know. I guess we should just go by wins. Buffalo 1, Sam Reinhart 0, but also 1 because he scored. Let's just keep track of every Ottawa game and see how many points he puts up. Let's do that. So Reinhart obviously only had the 1 goal, and he wasn't even a minus, which is very impressive considering we scored 7 7 goals tonight. 4 points for Ryan Pulock and Jack Eichel, and then a measly 3 points for Taylor Hall. Not a bad couple weeks for the guys. We are on fire. I think we're 8-1-1 right now. Yeah, 8-1-1. Let's keep it going here. I believe we have another game against Ottawa. We do on the 23rd. So almost a month later. And then when we go into December, I will go ahead and check out some stats, all that fun stuff. Well, let's just keep it going here. We're red hot. Can't stop, won't stop. I don't think we should change anything up, make any line changes. Let's just keep it going here. Up against the Blue Jackets, that's another win. We're 9-1. I didn't see what the score was on that one since the month changed, but 2 heavyweights going at it, 10-1-1 and 10-2-2 for the St. Louis Blues, and that was a 4-3 win against Columbus. So we are on fire right now. 12 games in. How many points? Who's leading in points? It's Taylor Hall. All right, he's over a goal per game, might I add. Taylor freaking Hall over a goal per game. You absolutely love to see it. All right, let's keep it going. We might get the whole year done looking at this. We don't got to change a damn thing. There's our 3rd loss of the year. It's a shootout loss against the Wild, but we bounce right back with a 7-1 win. We have some lethal offense here. 3-0. Boom. And then there is our 2nd loss against the LA Kings, and then another shootout loss. Obviously, we're not going to have like 78 wins on the year, but we are starting to lose. Actually, that's 4 straight L's. Oh boy, 5 straight L's. Oh no, I got way too cocky. 6 straight losses. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, up against Sam Reinhart once again. We absolutely destroyed them last time. We're on a 6-game slide here after starting the year hot. Let's see if Sam Reinhart's going to put a dagger through my heart. Come on, Jeff Skinner. I'd love a hat trick tonight. Period number 1. And it's 1-1. Thomas Chabot and Taylor Hall. Period number 2. Okay, 4-3. We got a crazy one here. Jeff Skinner. There you go, buddy. Taylor Hall and Anthony Cirelli. Maybe we should calculate Skinner versus Reinhart points, because that was the guy we hung on to. Let's do that. I think that would be more fun. Let's do that. Brady Tkachuk and Connor Sherry score goals for them. We have a slim 1-goal lead here going into the 3rd. Can we make it a 2-goal lead? A couple of power plays. We can't capitalize. Come on, Dylan Cousins. I'm manifesting a goal here. Is UPL going to hold it down? Oh no, the xTech jinx. Oh no, 58 seconds left. No xTech jinx today. There you go. Okay, so Sam Reinhart, what did he do? He had 2 assists. Of course he did. So he's got 3 points in 2 games. I didn't see how many points Jeff Skinner had the last game, but he had 2 points as well. So there you go. I would assume he had a couple points. That's my bad for not checking. Anyways, another win against the Ottawa Senators, and Sam Reinhart is 0-2 against his old squad. Definitely nice to break the losing streak there. That was not a lot of fun. Up against the Bruins, they're really good, and that's another loss. Okay, we started off hot, but we are slowing down. But then, of course, we score 7 goals against the Rangers, because of course we do. We are a little bit streaky, I think. Maybe a little bit streaky here in Buffalo. Back-to-back 7-1 wins? What the hell is going on? Jack Eichel has 39 points in 25 games. This is not a drill. Jack is here and he is ready. Oh my god, he could be leading the league. He's got 39. Taylor Hall was almost a goal per game. He's still keeping that up. Oh my god, these 3 guys are really just carrying the team. Dominic Kubalik's got 23 and 25. Hey, there you go. Casey Middlestat, 22. He's up to an 85 overall, 22 points in 25 games. Skinner's got 11 goals. That's fantastic. The King Rasmus, he's killing it. Now, I did see some comments saying you can't call Rasmus Dahlin the king. You can't do that. Henrik Lundqvist is the king. You have to pass the torch eventually. In this case, hand off the throne. I think Rasmus Dahlin is the next best Swedish player in the NHL. It was Henrik Lundqvist for a long, long time, but I think Rasmus is right there. So he's the king. I don't care what you say. The other Rasmus doing pretty good as well. Anthony Cirelli, he's a -6 on the 3rd line. How's the other guys doing? Dylan Dylan Cousins has 10 points in 25 games. He's a -3, so maybe the third line isn't really working. Honestly, Tage Thompson, I am not a big fan of Tage Thompson. He has done absolutely nothing. I mean, last year he did okay, 31 points, but in the playoffs he didn't do anything. He was a -5 in 12 games. He's 24 years old. He's a power forward. He says he fits better on the fourth line. Should we be maybe trying to get maybe a +5 on our third line between Dylan Cousins and Anthony Cirelli? Is that possible? So Anthony Cirelli is a two-way forward, and we know Dylan Cousins is a power forward. So would a sniper work, or would it be a playmaker? Like, that's kind of what I don't understand. I'll wait for you guys' comments on that, but 11-5-3 for Elvis. He's been pretty good. And then UPL 4-2. In the light work, he's got only 6 games on the year. Should we be looking for like a third line's checking forward, third line scoring? I think we're going to look for a third line scoring forward, because obviously both of those guys, power forward and a two-way forward, they're more checkers. So a third line scoring forward, let's just see what's out there, just to get some creative juices flowing here. Obviously, the trade values are extremely glitched, and there is a patch coming out tomorrow, so I'm hoping that fixes it. But we're looking at someone, I don't want to pay a lot, obviously. We don't have a lot to work with, so I don't want to give up a ton in trade value. So I'm just going to skirt all the way down here just for fun. Skirt, 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 way down here. So we're looking for a third line scorer. So Mikhail Grigorenko, is that a guy that might fit? He fits good on our first line. So I want a guy who fits good on our third line. Ilya Mikheyev, the soup man, that's a guy. And he's only making 2.4 for the next 2 years, so it's not a ton. I want to listen to our coach, though. I really want to. That could be a +5. Like, am I crazy here, or would Mikheyev work with Dylan Cousins and Anthony Cirelli? Let's move on. Derek Brassard's not going to work. Jesper Fast, no. Galchenyuk, no. Too good for the third line. Carter's too good. I don't want Andrew Shaw. Henrik Borgstrom has no scouting. Marcus Sorensen, no. Alex Steen, that's a nice vet. He does have a Stanley Cup ring, 37 years old. We could probably get him for nothing. He's on the Hawks. Ooh, he's making nothing as well. That's a nice veteran player. Okay, I like Alexander Steen. But he's a two-way forward. I don't know if that makes sense. He's a two-way forward. I don't know. Tyler Ennis, let's have a look here. Just going through some players. Forward line 1. Is the Pro Scout assessment really what I should be looking on? For a guy like Ivan Barbashev, if it says he only fits well on the forward line 2, should we stay away from this guy if we're looking for a third liner? I mean, that sounds like a very simple question, but the thing is, I don't play a lot of franchise mode on my own time. I just basically do it when I record. I mean, the odd time I play around with it, but I haven't really got it down to a science where other people have, so help me out in the comments a little bit here. Rupe Hintz, he's too good. Sonny Milano, no. So our head coach does not want Sonny Milano on the team. Okay, I can understand that, I guess. Jack Roslovic, he's a question mark. Sammy Blais, this guy's no. Top 6, all forward lines. So a guy like Evan Rodriguez, we could bring him back to Buffalo. Vinny Hinostroza on the first line. Elias Anderson 4th. Okay, let me see. I want a third liner. Zach Sanford. Oh, man. Former Capitals GM mode legend, Zach Sanford. But he's a power forward. I don't know if a power forward, two-way forward is going to work out. I don't know. Some questions I have for you guys in the comments. Nick Ritchie says nope. Bottom 6 forward lines. Christian Fischer. That will be a guy. He does have a little bit of trade value. He's making a little bit of money. But I'm just saying, that's a guy. He's a guy who would work out for sure. Or we could bring back a channel legend in Klim Kostin, okay? And it's going to go to a comment from Richard Clay. I forgot to use this in the intro, but I mean, it's good a time as ever. I would try to get Kostin still. He's still on his entry-level deal. Could be a nice big body for the fourth line. I'm thinking for the third line, Chief. I think we throw him on the third line, but he's a power forward. I don't think power forward, two-way forward, power forward is going to work. Okay, I've basically said the same thing 15 times over. You guys get my questions, you guys get my concerns, and unfortunately this year, I don't know if you've noticed it, if you've played the game yet or not, you can't actually edit player types. So if you go to edit player, you can't go ahead and say I wanted to change Jack Eichel to a grinder. We all know Jack Eichel is the best grinder in the game. Unfortunately, I can't do that. It does not give you the option. You can see I can't do it. Last year you could. You can change their number. You can do, I guess that's about it. Change when they fight. Obviously, Eichel's never dropping the gloves, but I'm sure if he did, he would whip someone's ass. But yeah, unfortunately, you can't change any sort of player type, so that ruins that for making +5s. So a couple of questions for you. What do we do with our third line? I think that, looking at the stats, they're all minuses. I don't love that, but we are winning games, but I'm not a big fan of Tage Thompson, to be honest with you. So let's get some more games done here. We got another game against Ottawa. We're going to be playing these guys a lot. Back-to-back 7-1 wins. Let's go. A 6-1 win. Oh my God. Can't stop, won't stop, baby. Up against the Leafs. Why not make it so? Okay, or 8, or put up 8 goals. What is going on? We put up 5. Okay, we are the streakiest team, and then we lose 7-5, and then we lose 5-3. We are the streakiest team in the entire world. What is going on? Either we lose 5-3, lose 4-3, or we win 7-1. There's no in between. So weird. All right, game number 3 against Sam Reinhart. The nerves are all gone from playing your old team. Now you're just Ottawa playing Buffalo. Let's go. Period number 1. Let's go, Jeff Skinner. And it's 1-1. Devon Tays and Evgeny freaking Dadonov. 15-4 are the shots. Period number 2. All right, 3-2. Philip Schlappick and Artem Anisimov. Dominic Kubalik gets a goal for us. Anisimov, he gets his second of the night. He scored a couple against us. All right, we're down by 2 early in the third. Can we climb back in this one? Come on. Come on, Skinner. 10 minutes left. 22-27 are the shots. They really put the pedal to the metal after the first period. They only had 4 shots, and Dadonov gets his second of the night, and Sam Reinhart gets his first win against his old team. I bet that one feels good. Reinhart had no points. All right, Sam Reinhart left off the score sheet. What about Jeff Skinner? Let's have a look here. We only scored 2 goals. Can't imagine. Oh, he did have 1 helper on the Dominic Kubalik goal. Might go all the way up to the trade deadline in this video, to be honest with you. Let's slow sim some more games here up against the Islanders, but I think I'm going to go close to the trade deadline. Speaking of trade deadline, David Savard. Okay, we got a trade offer here. 5 years left at 4.7. He's a really good top 4D, but I really don't need that. I did see a comment here from someone about Jude Lawton, our first-round pick. He's from Poland. I don't think Jude is a very popular name in Poland. I thought that was kind of funny. All right, back to being the streakiest team in the league, up against Hall's old team, and we win. There you go. Up against potential Klim Kostin. There you go. 7-3, and then a 3-2 win. So we're back in the winning ways. Up against Devon Tays and Ryan Pulak's old team. I always say Ryan Pulak. It's not P-O-O. It's Ryan Pulak. P-U-L. I don't know why I always say that. Let's go up against the Islanders. Period number 1. And it's 3-0. Taylor Hall, Victor Olofsson, and Colin Miller scores on, yes, Pekka Rinne, New York Islanders legend. Period number 2. 4-0. Jeff Skinner. There you go. We're being outshot like crazy, but our goalie is putting in work. We have a nice 4-goal cushion here. Gonna breeze to a victory, hopefully. Oliver Wahlstrom scores. There's the xTech jinx. Oliver Wahlstrom scores from the corner. We're being outshot, but I'm not worried about it at all because Elvis is going to shut the door, making 33 saves, and that is all she wrote. 33 stops, and Elvis gets the W. Another game against Ottawa. We always play them in the middle of the month. Let's keep it going here. That's 4 straight wins going up against Anthony Mantha and the Red Wings. They're struggling. That should be an easy win, and there it is. Big ol' 4-2 victory. 24-10. 26-10, sorry, we are cruising right now. Up against the Oilers, there's a win, and then we lose 6-5 against the Wings. Closing in on another Sam Reinhart game. Nashville, 3-2 loss. All right, 27-12-4. Obviously, we started off really, really hot, so we can afford to lose a game here and there. Obviously, that 6-game slide was not really that much fun. Up against Ottawa, once again, Sammy Boy back in Buffalo, his familiar territory. Let's get into an overtime game here. Let's spice it up a little bit. Period number 1, and it's 1-0. It's Ryan Pulak scores on the power play. 11-4 are the shots. Period number 2. All right, 1-1. Vitaly Vitaly Abramov, he scores. Former channel legend Vitaly Abramov. Tage Thompson, he says, don't take me off the third line, bro. Casey Middlestat scores. There you go. 33-19 are the shots all over him here. Back-to-back goals quickly to start the third period. Back-to-back on Brian Elliott. He's back in Ottawa. That's kind of funny. Dominic Kubalik, he scores there, making it 4-1. Sammy boy, where are you? Where are you, Sammy boy? There's no hate. There's no hate between me and Sam Reinhart. Just kind of funny to keep track. Another win, so we're 3-1. Jeff Skinner had 2 apples. Casey Middlestat 3 points. Not a bad night for the second line. And did Reinhart get an assist on Abramov's goal? He did not. So I'm going to go up till the end of January here, heading into February. I want to have that extra, I guess, half a month if we do make a trade for that third line to gel, because you only have a month and a half after that. So I want to get 2 full months of having that player on our team if we do decide to make a move. Not saying we're going to, but potentially if there is a move that makes sense to get a better third liner. And we are going to check out the stats, obviously, but I think if there's one weakness on our team, it's probably our third line. I don't think Tage Thompson is really good enough for the third line wing. 7-1 win once again. We are beating teams 7-1 like it's nothing. We're tied with the Tampa Bay Lightning. Ooh, we got to trade. Jack Quinn, no thank you. Not trading Quinn. We're tied with the Lightning in points, 64-64, up against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Couple of heavyweights here. Can I get an overtime game? I'm feeling like a slow sim. Come on. Give it to me. Period number 1. It's 2-1. Okay, Chris Letang, Middlestat, and Dominic Kubalik. Nice little breakout year for Casey. Period number 2. All right, 3-1. Victor Olofsson. I don't know if we're going to get an overtime game here. Another game where we're being outshot, but our goaltender is standing on his head. Whether it's Elvis or UPL, they can both get it done. 33 shots, and Brian Russ scores on the 33rd. We might get an overtime game here. Maybe Sidney Crosby or Evgeny Malkin's going to tie the game up. Come on, boys. Can we hold it off? 5-4 power play. Our power play has not been clicking, but Ryan Pollock, he's been scoring a lot lately. He gets the empty netter, and we beat the Pittsburgh Penguins. Now we should, depending on if Tampa had a game tonight or not, we should be first place in the Atlantic. They had 64 points. We now have 66, and we are in first place. Jack Eichel's up to a 94 overall, 69 nice points. He's killing it. Let's see where we stack up against the entire league. We are currently 3rd in the NHL, just behind San Jose and Nashville. How are we for our power play and all that? Let's check out goals for. We scored 200 goals, 202 goals. The first team to do so. Goals against per game, 141. That's the exact same as last year. We've scored the most goals and allowed the least goals. So I don't think we really need to make too many changes. As for our power play, 25%. That's good enough for top 5. I'll take it. Our PK, I'm just trying to look for anything to really change. Okay, our PK is not great. Looks like our PK is, where is it? Ooh, Buffalo. You're way down here. Our PK, or is it last? Oh man, it's bottom 6 here. It's not good. 74%. Okay, interesting. Home and away, we're pretty even, and we're 5-5 in our last 10. Have a look at the players here. Let's see if our third line is still struggling. Jack Eichel, obviously just killing it. Victor Olofsson as well. Taylor Hall, he's slowed down a little bit, but still 38 goals in 50 games. He could have a 60-goal season easily, up to a 90 overall. Ooh, you think Hall is going to get to 60? He needs 22 to do it. He's got 32 games left. He needs 22 goals. Oh, man, I don't know if he's going to get 60, but that is almost a career high for Taylor Hall. He's got 39 in his Hart Trophy winning season. I don't see why he shouldn't surpass his point total, but we'll see. I'm going to say Hall gets 52. He's definitely getting 50, that's for sure, unless he just completely falls off a cliff. But Hall is doing his thing. Love to see it. Casey Middlestat, second liner, up to an 87. There you go. Attaboy, killing it. 49 points in 50 games. Jeff Skinner, this whole second line is doing awesome. All these guys have over 40 points in 50 games. I'm not complaining at that whatsoever. Anthony Cirelli with 36. He's doing really well on the third line. Still a -3. Rasmus Squared doing their thing. Dylan Cousins is up to 25 points. He's still an 84. He is now an even rating. Ryan Pulock, he's doing awesome. Only got 5 goals, but I feel like all of his 5 goals we've seen in slow sim games. Devontae's doing okay, plus 27. That's totally fine. Tage Thompson is now an even rating. So Anthony Cirelli and Brandon Pierlini, I'm not too worried about Brandon Pierlini, but more Anthony Cirelli being a minus. You got guys like Dominic Kubalik and Jeff Skinner who are like plus 20 almost. Obviously our first line is kind of a cheat code, but I think our third line should be something we should look at. As for goaltenders, yeah, they're both doing fine. No complaints there. Very similar numbers, 911 save percentage and a 974 goals against and a 921 for Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. What a fantastic name. Let's have a look here. Check out on our boy Sammy Reinhart here in Ottawa. Oh god, they're struggling big time. Hopefully he's doing well. He's got 49 points, a -10 though, but still not a bad season for Sammy boy. Wonder if Jack Eichel's leading the league in points. He's not. He's really close though. Evgeny Malkin has found the second wave in his old age of 35. He's got 72 points. Jack Eichel though tied with Tyler Seguin for 69. McKinnon, Mark Scheifele, William Karlsson, Alex DeBrincat. It's obviously the guys you would usually see up here. Is Ovechkin up here? He's slowing down a little bit. He's got 31 goals. Looks like the Russians are taking over. Tyler Seguin has 42 goals. Hall right behind him. The 1 and 2 draft picks in 2010, I believe. Yeah, 2010. God, that was a long time ago. I'm so old. Oliver Wahlstrom having himself quite a rookie campaign. Dylan Cousins, I don't think he's going to challenge for the Calder. I think Oliver Wahlstrom has that pretty much packaged up and en route to his house already, unless there's a crazy rookie goalie. Elvis Merzlikins is tied for third in wins. There you go. Love to see it. And then for rookie goalies, I don't think there's anyone crazy, so the Calder's probably going to go to Oliver Wahlstrom. All right, so question of the episode. This one was a bit more chill than what we usually do, a little bit shorter, a little bit more chill. Our locker room chemistry is 84, so I don't want to shake it up too much, but do you think getting a third line sniper is going to help out? I think Brandon Pierlini is a sniper. He is. Does that give it a plus? No, it doesn't. Still gives it a +1, but Tage Thompson does fit well on the fourth line, so that's good to know. I think we should trade Tage Thompson, maybe, for a third line sniper. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm completely backwards on this, but I think a playmaker or a sniper is the only thing that's going to work out on that line. Now, like I said, I'm not great at the chemistry thing. I really need your guys' help here. Let's have a quick look here, actually, at Habib Bulin, our stud that we traded for. He's having a pretty decent year down there in Rochester, 22 points, a +10. Hey, that's fantastic. 45 games played, 22 points for a rookie defenseman. That is a huge W in my books. The nice thing is Tage Thompson actually has some trade value, so we can utilize that asset. The cap hit is nice, but maybe we trade him 1-for-1 for Klim Kostin. I don't know. You guys can let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. How many goals you think Taylor Hall is going to score? And we'll find that out in the next video when we do the trade deadline and get year 2 all wrapped up. I'll see you guys then.